Alright, congratulations on the purchase of your Rockwood Roo. My name is Ross. I'm going to do orientation with you today. We'll start right here in the front with your electric tongue jack. So you have this lever here to go up or down, and then this turns your little light here on and off. If this were to fail for whatever reason, you have a tool in the front that you can put right in there and manually crank it. You do have two 20-pound, propane tanks on here. With your regulator, this little notch right here is pointing towards the tank you're using. So if that tank goes empty, just give that a turn, open your valve, and you'll be using this tank while you fill that other one. Batteries right here. You do have room for a second battery if you wanted to. You have a light right here, turns on and off right from the bottom of the light. Then over here, you have your city water connection. So if you are full hookup camping, just hook a garden hose up to that and you will have the pressure through that hose going throughout your camper. This one right here is for winterizing. So when you're ready to winterize, you just put a hose there. The other end of that hose goes into your antifreeze, and then you turn your water pump on. It will go right up throughout your camper. And then back here you have storage compartment. Your 30 amp power cord is in here. It's 25 feet long. You also have a couple tools in here. So for your tongue jack and also for your stabilizers. So you have stabilizers on all four corners. They're used just for stabilizing, not for leveling. So get the camper level, then put those stabilizers down. Right here you have input for cable and satellite. This is your refrigerator vent, nothing you really have to do with that. And then your plug will go right here, 30 amp plug. So I do highly recommend use a 30 amp surge guard while you're plugged in at the park. Protect your camper from all those surges. Right here, if you're rustic camping, you will fill your water tank up from here. Once your water tank is full, turn your water pump on and you will have water go throughout your camper from your freshwater tank. If you need to empty your freshwater tank, it's right down there. See it? So there is a freshwater drain right down there. Just open that valve and that will empty your tank. Alright, and then right over here is where all the fun happens. You have a black and a gray tank. Black is your toilet, black handle. Gray is your dirty sink and shower, gray handle. You're going to hook your wastewater hose up right there. Pull that black handle first, let that empty out. Once that's empty, pull the gray handle. That dirty sink and shower water is going to help wash the black out of your hose. Once they're both empty, close your valves, put your cap back on, and you're all done. You have an outdoor shower right here. Hot and cold water with a shower wand. And then your beds on all sides. Just pull on the levers. You come down. And that's all you have to do on the outside. The rest is done inside. So that's going to work on both ends and the side. Storage compartment here, which you can access from inside the camper as well. Your bumper, you can put your wastewater hose right in your bumper. Just take that cap off, throw your hose in there, put the cap back on. And you do have a spare tire on here. It's the same size as the tires that are on the camper, just a different rim. You have electric awning with lights on it. Right down here you have some low point drains, which are hard to see, but they're right up here. So that's the lowest point in your water system. If you want to empty the water out of your lines, just take those caps off and drain the water from there. Usually just used during winterizing. Right here is where you can mount a TV. This is an output that you can't get open, and a couple plugs. There we go. You put a grill right on this rail. It rests right on here, and then you have a gas line. You can plug into that grill, and this goes right to your propane tanks up front. The furnace vent, that does get very hot. Try not to block that, and do not put anything in front of it that can melt. You do have outdoor speakers. There's a light there. And then the vent that goes over your stove. So if you turn that fan on, just have this open right here. That way it vents outside. Otherwise, if you're not using it, snap that closed and then the bugs can't get in. Your stairs will just fold up and push in. Another storage compartment here. Your hitch is in here right now, as well as your bag that goes with your starter kit. So you have a wastewater hose, freshwater hose, and electrical adapters. And you also have access to the back of your water heater from here, because there are two valves on the back of your water heater that you need to turn to unbypass it. Right now it is bypassed. So when you get ready to use this, just plug in a hose to your city water connection, turn it on, go around the camper, inside and out, anywhere that runs water, turn one valve on at a time until all the antifreeze is out. Once all the antifreeze is out, you're going to put your anode rod, it's your plug, put it right in here, tighten it up, and then go to the back of your water heater and turn those two valves until you hear water going into your water heater. Now it's filling up. You want to make sure it's full before you turn it on. You can do that by pulling on this relief valve right here. You get a solid stream of water coming out. You know that's full. And now you can turn it on. You have a switch right down here. That's to turn the electric on. There's a switch inside on the board to turn the gas on. Your anode rod, this one probably need to replace in about a year. But this is supposed to do this. Instead of your tank corroding, this will corrode instead. So after 2 or 3 years, typically you have to replace these. So you'll have to replace this in about a year or so. And if you need to drain your water heater, just take that out. It will drain right from here. It's all electronic ignite, so you don't have to lay in pilot lights. Just make sure it's full and turn the switch on. All right. Looks like that's everything on the outside, so we will head inside next. All right, inside your camper, next to your sink is your control panel. You have your switches here, little buttons you can push to see how full your battery is. It's fully charged. Black tank and fresh water in the gray. So as your tanks fill, these lights will light up. You have your water pump, so if you use that fresh water tank, turn that water pump on and you'll have water pressure. And this is to turn the gas portion of your water heater on. You have your slide out control, so just hold that button down till your slide is all the way in or all the way out. You'll hear that noise right there. You know it's all the way out. Your awning, same thing, extend and retract, so just hold it down so your awning is all the way out or all the way in. When you take your awning out, it does not stop on its own, so you do need to watch for the valance to fall at the end of the awning. Once that valance falls, just let go of the button. If you keep holding that down, it's going to keep winding. It's going to wind back towards the camper, winding your awning upside down. You could stretch your awning out. Right down here, these are just lights, so outside and inside lights there. Right above that is your thermostat, so you can decide if you want air, fan, off, or heat, your fan speeds, and then your temperature control right here. Above that is your microwave, standard turntable microwave. Sink right down here. Below your sink is your furnace. So that's your furnace in there. And you do have a drawer that comes out here. Stove top, you have extra counter space with this down, otherwise pop this up. And then you can light your stove top, put it on light, and then turn your igniter until it lights up. With your oven, you have to light it manually. Put it on pilot, hold this button down, and then take matches or a lighter down there and light that pilot light, and then put it on your temperature. Just remember to put this down before you travel. It will break. And you can put knives right here if you want. Your stereo, you do have a couple speaker zones. Oh, that's the volume right here. All right, I found the station. So you have speaker A, B, and C. Well, B is inside, so just push the B to turn it on or off. A is over in the front of the camper, so that's inside as well. And then C is outside. So you can have them all on or however you want to do it. You can play CDs, DVDs in here. And it is Bluetooth, so you can run your phone through here if you want. So play DVDs right to this TV here. Right back here, you have your antenna booster, so that green light. As long as that's on, you'll get local channels. If you turn that off, you will not get local channels, but you do need that off if you're connected with cable or satellite. But make sure that's on if you want local channels. Because that turns your antenna on. This is your antenna right here. It shows which direction to turn the handle to go up or down. Just remember to bring it back down before you travel. And then you have your vent, your light in your vent here, so make sure that's open on the outside so it vents out. Right down here you have a GFCI outlet. Your keys are hanging up right by the door. Some storage, and then you have your couch here. So this is just going to fold like that, and you put your lock down, support, and you have a small bed. Otherwise, you have a nice couch. You do have some storage under there, which you can access right here, and that goes to the outside storage compartment as well. You do have fans, 12 volt, which you will plug in right here. So you have a light and fan here. And you can hang this up right from the bars once the beds are up. Storage throughout there. When your mattress is being stored here, you do have a bed on here if you fold your couch out. And your table, it's a freestanding table, so that's how you'll want it when you travel. Otherwise, it does pop up, so you can use your table with your dinette. Your refrigerator is gas or electric, so just turn it on here. As long as it's on auto, it's going to run off electricity first. If it cannot find it, it will switch to propane automatically. If you want propane only, have that button out. If that check light comes on, it means it cannot find the propane, so make sure it's not off or empty. And then just turn it off and back on, and we'll try to relight again. And then all your instructions are right there. Below your refrigerator, you have your fuses and your breakers. So regular car style fuses. If a fuse goes out, an LED light will light them next to the bad one. So you can quickly identify it, but they are all labeled as well. Next to that, you have your carbon monoxide LP detector. As long as the green light's on, you're good. And then your battery disconnect is right here. So you can push that in or pull it out. I believe you push it in and it's disconnected. Pull it out and it is on. You do need to have that in the on position for your battery to charge. Your bed, we already took it down from the outside, so to put it up, you just take your bar, put it right in the center here, push it up, there's some air in there, and then you're just going to attach it right up here, just like that. Your mattress does fold, so when you bring it up, it's out of your way. That's how all your beds work. In your bathroom, you have a foot pedal flush. So halfway down brings water in, all the way down will flush. There's a light switch just inside the door. And you have a fan up here. Just open this up, and then you can adjust your fan speeds right here. And this right here is just a glass fuse. So if this doesn't work, check that first. And make sure this is down before you travel. And so that's it in here. Looks like that's everything in here. You do have another vent with a fan here, just like the bathroom. Make sure that's down before you travel as well. So that is everything in your camper. If you have questions after you watch this video, just let us know when you pick up. We'll be happy to answer them. Thank you for purchasing at TerryTown. We do appreciate your business, and congratulations.